So if you're holding Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong, well, today is a day you've been waiting for. Today is a day you have circled on your calendar, September 29th, 2025. Why? Well, because of something that's happening in Vietnam. Something pretty amazing. Something that's going to set up the Dong and the Dinar for a major breakout. Let me explain. Vietnam has been talking about change for a while now, but recently things have escalated and they have gotten super serious. Their central bank, which is the State Bank of Vietnam, they held an event to launch a new currency framework. And guess what? It's a basket system. You heard that right. The Dong is no longer going to be tied to just the US dollar. It's going to be part of a bunch of strong currencies, kind of like the euro, the yen, and a few others. This is not just a regular change, it's a big deal. This new system is supposed to bring more balance and flexibility to their currency. And let me tell you why that's a huge win for investors like you. First off, stability. When you tie a currency to a bunch of currencies instead of just one, you're reducing the risk of sudden jolts. Imagine if the US dollar suddenly took a nosedive. With a basket, the Dong won't be affected as much. Second, flexibility. A basket system gives the central bank more tools to manage the currency. They can fine-tune the mix of currencies in the basket based on how the market is looking. That way they can make smaller, more precise adjustments instead of just sitting back and letting the dollar do its thing. Third, inflation control. By diversifying the currencies in the basket, the Dong is less sensitive to inflation in just one country. This gives Vietnam's central bank more control over keeping prices in check. Fourth, trade benefits. When you're trading with lots of different countries, having a basket of currencies can be a lifesaver. Each country uses a different currency, right? So if you're trading with China, you need yuan. With India, you need rupees. And with Germany, you need euros. It can get complicated, but a basket system simplifies things. The Dong will be pegged to all of these currencies, making trades smoother and cheaper. Fifth, it's about trust. By relying on a basket, Vietnam is showing that it doesn't put all its eggs in one basket. This makes the Dong more attractive to investors and businesses because they know it's less risky. Now let's talk about the impact of this change. The Dong is expected to rise against the US dollar. That's right, a higher Dong means better stuff for Vietnam. Their exports will be cheaper for other countries, making them more competitive. And that's great for Vietnam's economy. But hold on a minute. You're probably thinking, okay, what does this mean for me? Well, if you're holding Dong, this is a chance to see some real gains. The Dong is undervalued right now. When it appreciates, you'll get more for your money. You can use that to buy more stuff or convert it back into your home currency and still come out ahead. Here's what's happening in simple terms. The Dong was previously tied to the US dollar with a rate of around 23,000 Dong per dollar. However, due to factors like inflation and market forces, the effective exchange rate has risen to 24,000 Dong per dollar. To address this disparity, the State Bank of Vietnam has decided to establish a new exchange rate of 24,000 Dong per dollar, bringing the official rate in line with the effective rate. This adjustment aims to eliminate the gap between the official and market rates, providing a more accurate reflection of the Dong's value. Now, let's rewind a bit. In 2020, Vietnam experienced significant volatility in its exchange rate with the US dollar. The Dong depreciated substantially, dropping from around 22,600 units to nearly 24,000 units per dollar within a year. This depreciation was influenced by external factors such as the COVID-19 pandemic and fluctuations in global currency markets. However, since then, the Dong has shown resilience, recovering to the initial levels before the pandemic. Despite this recovery, the Dong remains vulnerable to external shocks due to its close link to the US dollar. To mitigate these risks and promote stability, Vietnam has been considering a transition from a dollar peg to a basket peg for several years. This move aims to reduce reliance on a single currency and enhance the Dong's resilience against global market volatility. While Vietnam has not publicly disclosed the composition of the proposed basket, it is likely to include a mix of major currencies such as the euro, yen, and possibly the Chinese yuan. By diversifying the basket, Vietnam seeks to reduce exposure to the US dollar and enhance the Dong's stability. However, there are challenges associated with implementing a basket peg. It requires careful planning and management to ensure a smooth transition and maintain exchange rate stability. Additionally, Vietnam must consider the potential impact on its trading partners, particularly those that use non-US dollar currencies. To mitigate risks, Vietnam has been gradually moving towards a basket peg, initially testing the waters by increasing the Dong's volatility band against the dollar from plus or minus 5% to plus or minus 12%. This adjustment allows for greater flexibility in managing the Dong's exchange rate and provides a buffer against sudden market movements. Moreover, Vietnam has engaged in discussions with its trading partners to ensure a smooth transition and minimize disruptions. It has also actively participated in international forums and initiatives related to exchange rate management, seeking guidance and cooperation from other countries with experience in basket pegging. Despite the challenges, Vietnam's transition from a dollar peg to a basket peg holds significant potential benefits. A more diversified currency basket enhances exchange rate stability, reduces vulnerability to global shocks, and fosters greater confidence in the Vietnamese economy. By embracing a flexible and adaptable currency regime, Vietnam can position itself for sustained growth and integration in the global economy. What makes Vietnam's announcement even more powerful is how open they've been about it. They're not hiding behind closed doors. They've come out and explained exactly what they're doing. That kind of honesty builds trust, and it makes a big difference for investors. Iraq has been saying for years that its currency is undervalued, and now Vietnam's move basically shows that these systems can be implemented. For people holding dinar, this feels like confirmation that a revaluation isn't just talk, it's a realistic possibility. So what happens next? Well, that's where Iraq comes in. This move by Vietnam is like a green light for Iraq to do the same. It's a sign that the region is shifting towards more flexible currency systems. Investors are buzzing because they're hoping Iraq will follow suit and move away from the current dollar peg. Many believe that the dinar could appreciate against the dollar, leading to more buying power and potential capital gains. And guess what? There are signs that Iraq is gearing up for a change. They've been dropping hints about undervaluation and hinting at internal reforms. Everyone's waiting for an official announcement, and when it comes, it's going to be a big deal. If you're holding either currency, staying informed is your superpower. Keep an eye on official updates, because that's where the real insights lie. Don't chase rumors.
Ow!
As exciting as these changes are, it's crucial to stay grounded in facts. Keep up with the news and be ready to act when the time is right. Your currency might be on the verge of a transformation, and you want to be in the best position to benefit. In a nutshell, Vietnam's announcement is a game changer for the Dong, and it sets the stage for other countries in the region to follow suit. For investors like you, it's a sign that big changes are coming. And it's an opportunity to potentially boost your savings and investments. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and be ready to ride the wave when it hits. Remember, knowledge is your best friend in this journey. And that's it for today. Till next time, keep hustling and stay curious. Oh, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates.